Yes. Hello, hi. Nakagana here. It's been a very, fantastic, kind of a weekend for all the, UCL winners. To be honest, very much intense game. But yeah, big up to all of you. Yeah, I mean, if you look into it, the scenario that we're in, tough games are coming around. Yeah, with the game just ending today, especially for India's today, it was Friday morning, and yeah, kudos to all the teams that have won. Man City have won. Liverpool have won a late game against it. I think Chelsea lost his first opening. And followed the Newcastle losing to Barcelona at home. But anyway, regarding all this news that is going around, I'm gonna talk about this particular news that came up. Well, it was a couple of days, and then so many news and so many twitters and tweets and here and there is going around that we are being linked with. I cannot spell the name. Is it Agoume? I don't know how you pronounce that French midfielder name. He plays for Sevilla. Sorry for mispronouncing the name. All right, I'm just too bad at pronouncing the name. I'm too bad with the names, to be honest. But a French midfielder, maybe 6'1", 6'2", he plays as a center midfield. HCDM plays for Sevilla, and yeah, see, this is the thing. Young profile, by the way, born in 2002. He's 23 years old, a year younger than Bukayo Saka. See, here's the catch. If we are linked with him now, that we are, according to the news that is going around, that we will try to get him on January. Okay. Why didn't we opt for him in this window? Yes, we have spent almost 270 million pounds in the summer. But instead of signing Christian Nørgaard for 10 million pounds that we've paid, I don't know whether it's 10 or 11. I don't know. Just take an example of the 10 million pounds, right? Then why? Right. My question is, why did we sign Nørgaard? There are so many rumors. There were links about we are being linked with a player, with Agoume. I don't know how you pronounce the name. Sorry for that, but there were talks about like 20 million euros or 20 million pounds. In between that, 20 million pounds is around about 24 million euros. That is the fee that it's a decent fee. If that's the case, why didn't we opt for the player in the summer instead of getting Nørgaard for 10 million pounds? Partey was leaving, Jorginho was leaving, fine. Partey and Jorginho was like an older player. One is a controller, one is a destroyer, different type of player. One is a good passer of the ball, controller. One is a little bit aggressive, good dribbling, beat the press, very cool and composed. And then on transition he's quick on it. That is the type of player. Only bought in Zubimendi, fine. That's a good replacement, and then upgrade over Jorginho. People will talk about, yes, as a starter we will say about him benching Partey, yes, but the profile of the player Zubimendi is like replacement of Jorginho, the younger version of Jorginho, but with the legs to run. Jorginho was slow. Why didn't we go for the player in the summer instead of getting Nørgaard? That's my question. Instead of fetching that between 10 to 11 million pounds, or that's that amount on a 32-year-old. Why didn't we opt for the player that I've mentioned? Simple. And then if we're getting him in January, then what are we going to do with all these midfielder? We've got Merino there, we've got Nørgaard there. Skelly can play midfield. He's a midfielder by trade with the defensive depth that we have at the moment. So these are the questions that needs to be asked. This is ridiculous, man. And then the position that we need at the moment is another attacker. We need another attacker. We have Saka and Nono Madueke, competing. If Saka comes in, there's a 10 minute. Martinelli, Trossard, yes, left wing. People talk about left wing, but Martinelli is not naturally a left winger, isn't it? He's literally like a central player. Listen, he was a striker, to be honest. Trossard is there, yes, but decision need to be done. Extending his contract, or we're letting him go on free in the next summer, or we're getting rid of him. I don't know. God only knows what's even going on in this football club at the moment. We need a winger. People will say Eze, but see, look, Eze is an attacking midfielder, and with Odegaard injury, Arteta needs to play Eze on them. Eze and Ethan Waneri can rotate until Odegaard comes in. That's the depth I'm talking about. Till now, play Trossard. I will play Trossard and Martinelli. That's it. Get a left winger, proper left winger. That's the position that I want in this football club. We can do that. We can talk about it. We can get a left wing. Yes, people are saying that we've got another spare money to spend in January. Maybe if that's the case, we can get another winger if in a financial situation. And if we are deciding to get that midfielder, we have to sacrifice one between Merino and Nørgaard. Simple as that. And these guys are not like an average player, by the way. They're not a game-changing midfielder. It adds to the depth, but they're not that game-changing players, isn't it? That's the problem here. Unnecessary, man. Seriously, we should have gone for a younger profile like them. If we're getting Zubimendi, we're getting a 26-year-old Zubimendi and 23-year-old French midfielder. See, depth needs to get used to the system and the league long term. That's it. But we screwed it up, isn't it? That's the problem with Arsenal Football Club right here. That's it. I don't mind the player, and if you can get a player with that kind of a 20 million pound, 20 million figure transfer fee, then fair play. But we need to sacrifice one bit in Nørgaard and Merino, by the way. That's it. Simple as that. I'm very sorry. Skelly can play in midfield. The defensive depth is there. Timber and White is there. No, we have got Saliba and Gabriel, and then Mosquera Hincapié coming in. We have got Calafori. And then we've got a youngster in Marley Salmon coming in. No, Jack Nichols is there. Utilize the squad. Jack Nichols is no good enough to play. 19 years old. Skelly can play left back when needed, but he can drive in that midfield. That's it. Why spend? I don't know, man. It's just crazy, isn't it? The way Arsenal is doing at the moment. But yeah, trust in Berta, and then I hope and do and pray we fetch some money here and there, in January, So yeah, looking forward to it. And yes, the next topic will be, this is the random news that broke up. I wanted to speak. I didn't want to speak, but just I wanted to speak. We are linked with Frankie de Jong. See, I will happily take Frankie de Jong, but like I said it before, many are saying that there's a possibility of us getting Frankie de Jong next year as a free agent. On the current deal as we speak at the moment, de Jong's contract ends at 2026 December, right? There are talks about him extending another 2 to 3 years of his contract with Barcelona, I think till 2028 or 2029, maybe 2+1 maybe. That is a scenario right here. But again, this might not be true. The probability will not even be 50%. I did it in my shorts previously, but I think it will not even be 50%, say 30% at least. Only if de Jong fully signs his contract. Decision can break, and then de Jong might like to go for another challenge. Maybe we can sweep it in by January. So contract will be signed here and there. But again, it's unlikely to happen, alright? It's unlikely to happen. I would happily take de Jong, to be honest. Like, imagine de Jong coming as a free agent next year. He'll be 28 next year, he's 27 this year, isn't it? He'll be 28 next year. Good age. Free. So him and Zubimendi, we've got two tempo controller type, and then de Jong can comfortably play as a CM2. See, then we've got Rice. Now Skelly coming in. Whoever midfield that we sign again, we're gonna happily get rid of Merino and Nørgaard. Boom, that's it. You know what I'm saying? But again, this is just a delusional dream thought of it. De Jong, I will 100% take it to my heartbeat. That's it. A very good player, People are talking about the wage here and there, blah blah blah. But again, he have earned enough. Parga still left, still 35 million, of his wage under him. He needs to get paid. Wages can be discussed at the end of the day. We can tell de Jong that okay, we're not gonna give you more than 200k at the moment. We have some financial problem, but close to 200k. But we're gonna give you some good endorsement and good bonuses. The amount of time you qualify and stay in Champions League, you will play. You will get paid 2 million. All right. You do this, you help us achieve this strategy, you got another 2 million. Bonuses, good amount of bonuses that's given to him. That is always a scenario that we could go around. But anyway, this is just a delusional talk. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think de Jong might sign, but yeah, let's wait and see. It's not confirmed 100% yet, but it's likely to happen. It even talked about with Fab here and there about him extending the contract, but at the moment we will see until unless de Jong extend his contract with Barcelona. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see for that. So yeah, this is just random rumors at the moment about the transfers, by the way. So yeah, this is it, right? So far, will you take that French midfielder that I've talked about it with Sevilla? And look, he had a 40 million euro release clause on him under him. His contract ends in 2028. he joined. He I don't know. He had a lot of movement to be honest. Through his praise in Ligue 1, a few appearances in League 2. He went to Spezia on loan actually, and then it was under he joined under Inter Milan as a youngster and came up, and then in 13-14 he was loaned out to Sevilla, and after the loan Sevilla made it permanent last year. That contract is still 2028. Bought him for 4 million euros actually. Yeah, 40 million euro release clause. 40 million euros at a decent to be honest, but again, a little bit too much for a player like him. So if you can negotiate below him, yes, fine. That is the scenario right here on the fees in here and there. But what's your thought on Agoume? I don't know how you pronounce the name. Sorry, very sorry for the Sevilla midfielder. And how was your thought on the news on Dio? Just rumors at the moment, right? He might extend his contract. Let me know down in the comment section below, right? And if we get him, we have to sacrifice one between Merino and nørgaard, 100%. That's it. What's your thought on it? Please comment down below and know your thoughts also, right? And then please smash the like button, subscribe, and help me grow this community and share by sharing, right? I'm out of here. See you around.